My favorite part was the debate we had earlier today. It was basically was talking about some very key, important points about today's society and things we need to look forward to and watch out for and be prepared later on.
Program to what's going on now between both the war on terrorism and protection at home.
I think that as far as going about what we've seen in the past few years as far as national security, I think the main issue is honesty, awareness, and really gauging what it is in America's best interest. Or how are we fighting this war on terror? Is it really working?
We have a plan. We've been enacting. I mean, we're actually doing something. We're not simply talking about it. Security comes from action.
We need to change our strategy in the Middle East. We need to be more involved in some countries, less involved in others. We need to change our plans so that we win this war on terror. We're going to have a long-term strategy so that we win one day.
I really enjoyed the APEC video as well. I thought it was really nice to show how Israel is such a good ally with America and specifically with Maryland. A lot of the students didn't know about this relationship, myself included. I did not know that Israel had such a strong relationship with Maryland, and this relationship is in a way reassuring to know that we are basing a lot of our security programs off of a country like Israel that has had so much experience.
Disaster on one of Maryland's most important byways, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
There were some local off-duty police officers from Baltimore County who spotted someone taking pictures of the bridge.
That may not be so unusual, but it was a behavioral change that tipped them off. They said they were just creating some film for vacation. That could be the case if they were filming someone on the beach or, out playing the beach ball. What they were filming was the structural parts of that bridge. And at that point, we knew that something was wrong.
The policemen became the amateur photographers.
The Attorney General at that time was giving an announcement in Chicago about this exact case, and here we find someone that was involved in that terrorist case. They took that information, went to their home, and found other tapes of critical infrastructure. That never would have happened had we not taken that trip to Israel. Those off-duty police officers were on their way back from training. It's that type of training that we brought back from Israel that's helping us keep the citizens of Maryland safer.
Today, Israeli techniques and technologies are being used in numerous areas of Maryland's homeland security effort. In fact, Maryland is the first state to sign a memorandum of understanding formalizing its homeland security cooperation with Israel.
I think our relationship with the Israelis is a long-term relationship.
We probably have technologies that can help the Israelis. Israel has technologies that can help Maryland. And so that partnership is going to be continued to be fostered.
And I learned a lot. I always thought Homeland Security was just based on terrorism and at a federal level. I learned that there is something that we can easily do, such as donate blood in the blood drive or make first aid kits and hand those out to people other than just write letters to the President or Congress. There's something that we can do on a daily basis and get our community involved in also. And I also learned the importance of making people aware that certain things can be done on a local level as well.
Would people take it, and then would people throw it in their bags and forget about it? That's almost an advantage, right? If they throw it in their bags and forget about it.
Just something stupid and a little, little thing. They have them sometimes at fairs or whatever. They'll give them out little first aid kits almost.
Yeah.
You could do something like that. I think the Red Cross guy showed us tubes on his projector, they were little tiny tubes. Just something small enough to where it was in the bottom of your book bag, you would forget about it until you actually needed it.
What we could do is you could have some perhaps like to do the drills, perhaps you could have a day when you have to have your emergency pack.
I guess we have Park, Mercy, Gilman, and Whitlat. We're in this group. We started to talk about what we've learned at the conference and how a lot of people in our own student bodies don't necessarily have the awareness that we now have. So we wanted to find a way not only to make them more aware of what's going on and make them aware of some of the things that we've learned, but also to make them realize that as an individual they can all do something as well. So we came up with a plan that we're going to put into effect throughout the next year.
Because at Mercy we already have a blood drive every year, but Alyssa and I found that it's not very successful and that most girls are afraid of, giving blood. So maybe if we did have Mr. Burr come and talk and give statistics and really take it to a personal level with the students, then it'll be easier for them to give blood, and then so not only will they gain awareness, but they'll actually give. So with the assemblies and then the actual fundraising, we think that it'll go well together.
What we're hoping to do is to announce, along with this assembly or newsletter or whatever you do at the end of the year, we were going to try and recruit a few kids from each of our schools to get together and form like a little organization at each school, which would oversee the organization of these assemblies or pointing these announcements, things like that, oversee the fundraising or participate in the blood drive, which would continuously throughout the year think of new ways in which they could raise awareness.
It's really important for all of you to really take this seriously and help me and help out the first responders and everyone else to get our state and our nation prepared. And you are going to be the leaders. You are going to be the ones in the future to keep traveling forward and make this happen. Now, I know that a lot of you are interested in Homeland Security, emergency management, so are a lot of people across the nation. And now a lot of universities are starting to develop curriculum and programs in Homeland Security. And we've started a pilot program in Harford County that's going to be a Homeland Security program, curriculum that's going to start in 10th grade. Israel, a lot of the people that I work with go to Israel to learn about how to prepare for terrorism. They've been doing it for quite a long time. And actually, Director Schrader was there just 2 weeks ago. And I work with a lot of people from MEMA who are going over there and learning from them. But it's important for all of you to study and to really learn.
Now in its second year, we thought it important to try to spread security to other campuses, such as George Washington University.
My name is Adam Cannonbell, and I'm a student at George Washington University. Our hope is to spread this organization, Securing the Future. Such an institution that promotes counterterrorism awareness is vital at a university in our nation's capital. I look forward to bringing Securing the Future into the Beltway.
Students are really passionate now about these issues and have been given the opportunity to learn more about them. And that's really why I started the conference, and I'm really glad to know that that's what they're actually getting out of it.